These oat flour chocolate chip cookies are gluten-free, but they're just as thick, soft, and gooey as any gluten-filled cookie out there. Hey there, I'm Molly Thompson from What Molly Made. Welcome back to my kitchen where we make good food that makes you feel good too. Today we're tackling a homemade chocolate chip cookie made with oat flour. Now this dough does require at least 1 hour of chilling, so make sure you account for that before you start. Add a half a cup of unsalted butter or vegan butter to a large microwave-safe bowl. Microwave the butter on high in 30-second increments until it's completely melted. Whisk in the brown sugar or coconut sugar until they're completely combined and the mixture is soft and wet. Add the egg and vanilla extract and whisk again until no yellow streaks remain. This ensures the egg is fully incorporated. Next, we're going to add in all of the dry ingredients. Start by adding 2 1/4 cups of oat flour. Be sure to grab a gluten-free oat flour from the grocery store. You can make your own oat flour by adding gluten-free rolled oats to the blender and blending on high for about 4 to 5 minutes until it's powdery and fine like a flour. However, I found the texture and consistency wasn't the same and the amount of flour you need varied from homemade to store-bought. Overall, make homemade if you're in a pinch, but store-bought is a better option. After the oat flour, add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and a half a teaspoon of salt and mix with a rubber spatula or wooden spoon until it's completely incorporated and starts to form a dough. Finally, fold in the chocolate chips. I like to use dairy-free, allergy-friendly chocolate chips like Enjoy Life, or even one made with monk fruit with stevia like Lily's. All dark chocolate is dairy-free, so use that as an option too. I also love to use a mix of chips and chocolate chunks. I think it makes them look pretty and gives them a different texture with big pools of melted chocolate. When the chocolate chips are combined, cover the dough and chill it in the fridge for at least 1 hour or up to 3 days. You can throw the dough in the freezer for about 30 minutes if you're in a pinch, but the longer the dough chills, the thicker the cookies will be. Almost any time you start a recipe with melted butter, it needs to be chilled. This is also the point in the recipe where you could freeze the dough. Roll the dough into balls, then flash freeze on a baking sheet for 20 minutes or so until they're solid. Transfer them to a Ziploc bag or an airtight container and store them in the fridge for up to 6 months. This way you can bake 1 oat flour cookie at a time whenever the craving strikes. You may need to bake the cookie a minute or 2 longer. After the cookie dough is done chilling, place them 2 inches apart on a parchment-lined baking sheet. Bake them in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 to 10 minutes or until the edges are set and they're still soft in the middle. Allow them to cool slightly on the baking sheet. While they're there, add a few more chocolate chips or chocolate chunks to the top to make them look extra fancy, then transfer them to a wire rack to cool completely. Nothing beats a warm chocolate chip cookie in my opinion. They are my favorite things to bake and eat. I love testing new recipes that are gluten-free and dairy-free to give you options, and I really hope this one hits the spot. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. Then check out these gluten-free, flourless monster cookies.